Hi, Rini.
Hi, Bridget.
Hi, thanks for taking some time today to share a little bit about your volunteer experience with MDA. I have a couple of questions I'd like to ask you. First, I'd like for you, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became interested in volunteering with MDA.
So I am a junior bio student at Temple University, and I originally heard about MDA through my school. So it's through our pre-professional health advising, and they introduced me to MDA through one of their emails. And it was for one of the summer camp programs, and I was interested in doing that. But with the pandemic going on, obviously that led to change of plans. But then I explored the MDA website even more, and I saw that there are other ways for me to get involved, and I continued from there.
Perfect. So tell us about what your experience was like assisting the retail team this past summer when you mentioned about the summer camp, the calls that you made with the summer camp program.
So the first retail campaign that I did was with the Jiffy Lube campaign, which was in August. And it was a really fun campaign for me as it helped me build upon my rapport skills and just being able to interact with people from the other side of the country. And just like seeing people wanting to help out, especially in these difficult times, it was really heartwarming.
Perfect. So what were some of the challenges you ran into during your calls?
So some of the challenges that I ran into during my calls was like when I called some of the stores, they mentioned that this year they had a difficult time raising money for the campaigns that they were helping out with. And this was disheartening for me to hear, but they really wanted to put a lot of effort in, and I encouraged them being like, hey, you still got this. Like, it is a difficult time, but there are people out that really want to help. And like just seeing that like encouragement or giving that encouragement, it was really hopeful.
Perfect. So was there ever a time in which the provided script did not assist you in answering a specific question? And if so, what was the question and how did you proceed?
So there were some instances where some stores would, they'd tell me to call corporate instead of like referring them to someone else. So I had to reiterate and explain to them like it'd be better if I talked to the stores individually rather than going to corporate. And there was one other instance when a store that I called, like they didn't know what the campaign was, so I had to explain it to them. And then from there, I kind of utilized the script from there.
Perfect. So what was the biggest positive that you've gotten from your volunteer experience with MDA?
The biggest positive that I've gotten from my volunteer experience with MDA so far is being able to be connected to so many great people and just like seeing how much that we can do even in difficult times like these. It's just really empowering and mesmerizing.
So is there any other tips of the trade or words of encouragement you would like to provide the rest of the volunteer team that's assisting with all of the 2021 volunteer opportunities?
Some tips and wisdom. I would say, this is a good question. I'd say be understanding and like understand like we are in tough times, and yeah, it's going to be more difficult to raise money for the campaigns, but know that even despite that, like we're doing a lot and there are people that are willing to help.
Perfect.
So don't be discouraged, basically.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering those questions.
Of course.
All right, I am